Days before the current Prime Minister spells out his priorities in a throne speech, the spotlight tonight is firmly on a former Prime Minister instead, Jean Chrétien. Chrétien's new book of memoirs comes out tomorrow, and retirement clearly hasn't mellowed him. Chrétien goes public with sensitive private conversations. He settles some old scores, and he picks some new fights. Rosemary Barton reports.
Still slowly recovering from quadruple bypass surgery, Jean Chrétien wasn't talking about his book today.
Colors are beautiful, huh?
It's fantastic.
Look at this tree there.
But others are. The no-holds-barred memoir covers his decade as Prime Minister, here at home and on the world stage. Whether it's telling Bill Clinton to hang tough during the Monica Lewinsky scandal or trying to talk Tony Blair out of invading Iraq. In fact, Chrétien says keeping Canada out of Iraq was one of his most difficult and historic decisions. But much of the book reveals Chrétien's side of the story when it comes to Paul Martin's leadership bid and what Chrétien calls Martin's surprising backroom tactics to take over his job. I was damned if I was going to let myself be shoved out the door by a gang of self-serving goons, he writes. By trying to force me to go, they aroused my competitive instinct, ignited my anger, and inadvertently gave me the blessing I needed from Lynn to fight for a third term. Chrétien says he felt betrayed by Martin and that Martin owed him respect as leader. The book is full of such attacks on Martin and his supporters and may reopen wounds the Liberal Party thought were healed. On Afghanistan, for instance, Chrétien says he pushed to keep Canadian troops in and around the relatively safer region of Kabul. He blames Martin for what happened next. Later, unfortunately, when my successor took too long to make up his mind about whether Canada should extend our term with ISAF, our soldiers were moved out of Kabul and sent south again to battle the Taliban in the killing fields around Kandahar. Martin would not comment on the book because his spokesperson says he hasn't read it. But his office did say the Liberal Party does not need old divisions to be revisited right now. Chrétien does admit to some mistakes. For instance, he said he should have been clearer about when he was retiring as leader. But such admissions are few and far between.
He makes no apologies for some of the things that we in the media found to be some of the biggest controversies of his day. The sponsorship scandal in Quebec, for example.
The memoir also has some surprising tidbits. For example, when Conrad Black was told he would have to give up his Canadian citizenship to become a British lord, Chrétien says Black tried to cut a deal with him, offering to become a Liberal senator to make things easier, something that just made Chrétien laugh. As Chrétien recovers, his book tour has for now been put on hold. As for Paul Martin, he's writing his own version of events. His memoirs are expected to be released next year. Rosemary Barton, CBC News.